It's been so long, I think I kind of forgot how to speak. Hello! Hello, everybody. Hi. Hello, Spade. Hello, Iris. Hello, Nazu. I see all of you. It is me! I am Archie, a co-detective. I hope my PC doesn't blow up live again, because if it does, I think I'm gonna commit a crime. Hello! Hi! How you all doing? Hello, Morgana. Holy shit, you're gay! I mean, you're back. I will beat you to death, Morgana. Hello. Shut up. It's been so long since I used this. This chat that I even... let me see. Let me get... No, I think this is what I don't need. What's this about being long? 3 weeks. 3 weeks has been a long time. I thought it was gonna be like at most 1 week. But a lot of stuff happened. Ooh, did I delete the chat? I can still see you all, I think. Probably. But yeah, it's been 3 weeks since my last stream. Unfortunately, my last stream ended right when it ended on a... It ended because my PC crashed, but it's fine. Oh, why is chat not? Ah, there you go. Yeah, I think this works. Oh, I do have the number of this 3 weeks person. God, no, Iris, I was fucked this week. This 3 weeks. Not in a good way. Come to Brazil.
Hello.
Hello, Karen. I can't come to where I already am. I don't know what you're talking about. I am here. Call me... What's the name of that one guy from My Hero Academia? Hello, Rabbit. All Might? Call me All Might because I am here. Not you too, Karen! Maybe coming back was a mistake. Maybe I should have left my PC where it went to PC heaven or whatever computers go where they die. So straight, oh no. I feel there's a lot of sarcasm there, Morgana. I don't feel like that was very, you know, genuine of you, but I'll take what I can get. That's fine. Hey,
It's been one years.
Yes, that's a lot of years. I don't know the right word to use to that. Yeah. What I initially thought was gonna be just 1 week. I thought at first it was gonna be 1 day, then 1 week, then 2, and now it's been 3, and here we are. It took a while, but we're here. This has been working. How goes the tribulations? How goes the tribulations, beautiful Hare? Mostly fine. All in all, I managed to do a few things during this week, during these 3 weeks. Since during the first week, I even managed to have my work computer at home, and I may or may not found a way to disconnect from the VPN to use the computer. But that doesn't matter right now. But on the second or third week, I could not have my computer at home, so I spent doing other stuff. It was on my schedule before. I will probably play that on Friday or next week. I don't know when yet. Assuming everything goes fine here. Assuming it doesn't like blow up again. What kind of other stuff? Surfing Grinder, Demon Babies? God, I wish. The babe's pie, not the grinding pie, just to be sure. But 3 weeks is a lot, so I prepared, as the movies taught me, as the Hollywood movies taught me, when you come back from vacation, you have to make like a presentation on how it goes. So I made I did a thing. Why is my mouse there? I don't want a mouse there. There we go. Oh shit, I can't see. How the fuck am I? Okay. I think that works. I can see you, I can see the presentation. Presentation. I am good at presentation. Why is Cyberpunk Redeem? Well, I don't think I made a slide for that. Hold on. No, I didn't. So one of the things that I did, after I got my computer back, is that I wanted to stop using Semi because Semi was legally taken over by a developer that was a kind of an annoying piece of shit, so I didn't want to use it again. So I am migrating to StreamerBot. Problem, I don't know how to use StreamerBot very well yet, and some redeems are kinda complex. Like the Cyberpunk redeem is kinda complex because I have to change a filter, then turn off the transition, change the scene, go back, and all the jazz. The burn up is kind of complex, but not really. It's just a matter of like having to set the right time for it in the way that the app works. The freeze frame is very, very complex. I think, wait, no, the freeze frame is Cyberpunk. I think the freeze frame and my pause menu are the most complex stuff that I have, that I still haven't done right on StreamerBot. But StreamerBot seems easy to use, so I might do some other stuff. I've been thinking for a while of making like a quote command, like exclamation.
The bouncer.
Why do I still have the bouncer? You know what? Never mind. I am a rabbit. Rabbits do bounce a lot, I guess. Why you can't see your amazing? Did you? Nobody has redeemed it. Sorry.
Balls, 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 balls. P P P P P P P P P P P P P P P P P P P John Cena, John Madden, Johnny Awesome, John, Turkey.
Thank you, Morgana. Thank you for your contribution to the stream. Just gotta ask. Also love streamer, but things get real complicated real quick when you want to do something very specific. Exactly. Yeah, I'm happy to be back. Thank you, Scholar. Thank you, Frog. Do I call it Scholar or Frog? I think Frog is cuter. And, what was I gonna say? A goat command? No, like, quote. Like, you do exclamation, quote, and you can save something that I said or whatever. But just make all your comments in Godot? God, no. I was a programmer once. I don't want to be a programmer again. This is not Fortnite, Koku! I saw your YouTube message. This is not Fortnite. I will not play Fortnite. I refuse. Even if they add fucking... I don't know. What could they add to get me enticed to play? I think nothing at this point. The way that Epic... Why do I just say Fortnite and I start summoning people? Hello, Rex. I will not say...
Is this PUBG?
You don't want me back. You are an evil person. We're going to play Fortnite. Please. I will... Look, if... To get me to play Fortnite, you would need to give me enough money for me to not stream for the rest of the year. I would probably still stream because I would donate that money somehow. But like,
Is this DayZ mod? Are we in 2010?
we are going back. I can't. When people mention like War Z, do you all remember? I think maybe it was more a thing in Brazil, but there was one of these kinds of games that was one of those zombie Arma games, zombie Daisy games, that was called War Z, which had like dog shit quality, but was very, very cheap. So a lot of Brazilians, including my friends and I, played it. And then it changed its name to something like Infestation, I think. You will need a Dawn skin with a dumpy. God, please. Gotta play those vintage games.
Yekrut, Nhoj, Emos were in Hoj, Nedam Nhoj, Anek Nhoj,
Not a P again!
Slap.
Slap. Maybe the sound alert was a mistake. Giving you all the sound alert was a huge mistake. You all have too much power in your hands. No hologo beyond woke up too early. Yeah, no worries, Oku. If you need to go to sleep, go to sleep. Thank you for showing up. I'm not gonna play anything in the stream. I'm just gonna like do a short. Is it not working? Hold on, give me a moment. Oh.
I like my women like my cars. When they go be hick whack guthunk bang zip bo bappa wooga honk honk bazinga. I like my women like I like my life. I don't. When the Fortnite do be like Fortnite and then it Fortnite on my Fortnite.
I muted
I
myself.
like
on
my
accident.
women like I like my coffee. In a cup.
Average My Little Pony fan. So, hey, people! I need to get more keys jingling. Archie, you gave us too much power. I did indeed. Remember when Archie streamed Yakuza finally clicked to me? I am going. You're too far away for me to reach you, unfortunately. What is saying that you need to mute yourself?
I like my women.
True! Okay, finally something I agree with. Hello, Spade. So, here is what happened.
I remember when Archie streamed Yakuza Fortnite and he clutched the victory with Mahima. I wasn't a fan of Archie going G4 TV where he turned anti-Japan.
Why? Why? Y'all, this is how many points do I have to TTS? Hold on. How many points did I? 300? Okay, yeah, nah. I'm gonna have to. You know what? I'm not gonna increase. I'm gonna put a cooldown because you all You our Little Monsters. Wait, no, Little Monsters is a Lady Gaga thing. I can call you that. It's way too cheap. Yeah, but also, like, I understand that. Ow! Thank you, Spade. Violence is a language that I can understand. I don't want it to be too expensive because, like, otherwise people would have to spend too much time to actually redeem it. I think it's fun.
Hoyo.
Hiyo. But your Little Monsters? I need to find a better name for you all. Oh, Spade. She's our PogChamp. Just for saying that. I'm not calling in a few good girl or boys. Archiholics, Archimaniacs. Okay, Archiholics, I kinda like that, but the implication though. The implication is kinda evil. Fucking tots. I was thinking of calling you all like family because it's kind of a meme in Brazil to like call your like WhatsApp group family, your friend group family. But I think that would make me sound more like a mafia boss than anything. Familia, yeah. Like I could call you all familia, but that is about family. It's about the match, baby. It's the match. Let's go match. But stepdaddy, never call me daddy again. I felt a chill over my spine right now. Here you go, rat. Yeah, I'm back. Can be nerdlings called archlings. Archlings are a thing in a game I played. I can't remember which one. Stab mommy. Okay, Karen, we need to talk. Wait, you're making this worse. Okay. I still have not explained what stepfather. I'm not the stepfather. I am the father that stepped up. Look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You can't be a MILF lover if you are afraid of being a stepdad. I'm really sorry. You wanna love a MILF? You wanna fight those single moms? You need to be ready to step up as a dad, okay? Stepfather, I can take that role. Wife? Yes, you are, Spade. Exactly, write it down. Only a coward calls themselves a MILF lover and are afraid of being a parent. I'm just waiting for the single hags. Exactly. How the single hags. Hag is kind of an evil term to call someone. But these be the VTuber word, so it is what it is. But what if I'm a GILF lover? I mean, if you are a GILF lover, technically you would also be a stepmom or a stepdad. But you would... but at least the children would be like grown up already, so it's not something I have to worry about. Altus doesn't have children. She will when I'm done with her. I mean, what? I'm going to say call us egglings, because rabbits and eggs, but that's only Easter, so I don't... so it don't work. Hops? I kinda like hops. But hops, it makes me think of... whatchamacallit? I forgot the name of the thing. Zootopia, yes. Yeah, beer too, I guess. I'm not a fan of beer. If I have to drink, I prefer like to drink whiskey or something, but I usually don't. There was a... hold on. Baby Digimons. What's the name? Okay, this one. So I thought of like at one point, I was saving like money. Because at one point I wanna try to commission an artist or something. Oh no, I said a bad word. Now there's gonna be 500 bots on my... Oh, Karen, you gave me such a good idea for a redeem. Holy shit. Okay, I have to see if I can make the... StreamerBot has a thing where you can activate stuff with voice commands. If I can make... Let me write this down. Holy shit. Voice command cerveza cristal. Because if I can make a voice command that whenever I say cerveza cristal, it actually plays the background sound. Oh, I'm gonna have to do that. Executive manager. I took the first... Jesus Christ, so cool. Base. Me when I realized I dated for cougar, then I realized she got a kid at home, so I low-key lock in and become tutorial timer mom. Exactly. You get what I'm putting down, Spade. So, I was thinking of at one point, I want to commission someone to design like a mascot or a way to represent chat. The same way that for example, Pecora has the little bunny rabbits, that Ducky Bird has the... Well, birds, that Mint Phantom has the ghosts. So I wanted... Did I save this somewhere? Motherfucker, I didn't. I did. I wanted to at one point like commission someone to design a mascot that's like a rabbit version of this. That's like a shadow rabbit that's just like a blob or a slime kind of thing. I think this would be a really cute design. But I may or may not have to use my money for other stuff. Yeah, no worries, Oku. Hope you have a good night of sleep. Yeah. Generational Fury and for drug Jitty Hops. I mean, considering it before her was Lola, I give it like 10 years for a new bunny entry drug at furries show up. It is a cyclical thing, I guess. But yeah, this is one of the plans I have for the future, actually. Something that I wanna have in 2026. Because I think this is a very cute design. I think blobs in general are very cute. Round things are cute. I don't know how to explain that. It's just a reality of the world. So, where's my water? Here's my water. There we go. Yeah. There is nothing better in the summer than actually drinking water. Alright. Okay. Everything is here. So, last time you saw me, I'm gonna like a quick summary of events of what happened in these last 3 weeks, because 3 weeks is a surprising amount of time. A lot of things can happen in 3 weeks. So, I was streaming normally on my computer as usual. I was playing Tormented Souls, which was a gift from Iris. Thank you very much, Iris. A really great game. I love it. Mwah. I was enjoying the game. And then suddenly, my computer, at like a completely random point of the game, I heard... Have you ever... Were you ever like watching a video or listening to a music on a computer and the computer crash and for like 2 seconds gets stuck in a single frame of the audio? I don't know a better way to explain it. But basically that happened. The entire PC froze for like 2 seconds. And then both of my screens went black. And I was like, huh. That's weird. I checked the cables. I tried to pull off one cable, didn't work. I need to explain, first of all, I kind of skipped something. I need to explain how my computer is set up. I have a computer, my Peter, here, a desktop that I put on under the table. Connected to it is my main monitor, which is a DisplayPort cable, and my second monitor, which was using a DVI with a DisplayPort adapter. Okay, this is going to be very important. It's going to be on the test. If you fail the test, I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to have to find out. Give me a moment. Yeah. So yeah, screen went black. I tried to like restart the machine a few times, didn't work. So I decided to, you know, sleep on it. Because here's the thing, here's the secret of technology that you're not gonna hear anywhere else. Technology is superstition. Technology is not an exact science. There are so many times where you're like, something breaks completely for no apparent reason. You let it rest for like a day or two, turn it back on, and it works perfectly. And it never gives any problem again. Why it happens? Maybe like Cosmic Ray flipped something. I don't know. It happened with Super Mario. How do you know it's not gonna happen here? Right? Wait, didn't I? Oh, here. Okay. I thought my chat was... Okay, yeah, that works. I love him to teach, but I think they forgot to hand out the curriculum instead of the class. Skill issue. What the hell is this guy? What? I don't understand. This is like a live reaction of me streaming and then like everything shutting off. I'm not sure what's the confusion here. And I will say that I handled it pretty well. I do not commit any, for legal reasons, I do not commit any kind of violence against my machine. Will this be on the test? Maybe. Wait, if I gotta be like my high school teachers. I gotta say no and then put it in the test. Sorry. Yeah, no, it's not gonna be on the test. So I think a few high school teachers fucked me up for life. But it is what it is. Why did my art teacher use my art as an example of what not to do for other kids? Anyway, this isn't a rabbit. It's a Karen. Karen. Dear Aisling, I have to tell you, it's not the rabbit on the outside that counts. It is the rabbit on the inside. That is what's important, okay? This one will be on the test. This one you gotta remember. Getting these for teachers is crazy. Look, yeah, I have a spider inside me. Give it enough time and you're gonna have a rabbit too. Anyways, oh, that didn't. I was trying to make make sexy. I was trying to sound sexy, but that didn't work. Let me. Alright. You're also gonna have a hair inside of you soon enough. I don't think that worked. Huh, okay. I'm gonna release that again, but I really didn't like how it sounded. Blocked is over, had to say give you a pop kiss. Yes. Yes. But yeah, I had you know, minor crash out over shut up. But I had a minor crash out because it happened on the start of the week. But then again, like, starting at the start of the week is better when you think about it. Because that means you have the entire week to solve whatever needs to be solved. So, back I went to try and solve it. I had some funds that I've been saving for something, which I don't want to review here because that's a thing I want to review like in the future. I am not sure if I'm gonna be able to achieve it in 2026, but I will at one point. I think it's gonna be very cool if I do. And I decided to use these funds to buy a new PC because I thought, okay, how I know that it's the graphics card that has a problem, right? Because I got a friend's graphic card that was like a weak graphic card just so I could test it, and I put on my friend's graphic card and it worked. So I thought, okay, if the graphic card is the only issue, well, I knocked something out. Hold on. Ah, there we go. Shit, I didn't see the ad. Sorry. Hi, people. So yeah, repeating, I had funds for something, and I used these funds to buy a PC because I knew at that point that my graphic card was the issue, right? Because I got the graphic card, I got a used graphic card from a friend to try it out. I tried and it worked. Cool. So I can use my memory, considering how expensive memories are nowadays. I can still use like my processor and my hard drives. So I bought like a very weak PC with a strong graphic card. You know those kind of PCs that have like an i3 processor and 8 GB of memory but have an RTX 360 or something. I bought one of those and I thought, okay, I'm gonna take this one. I am going to bring it to the shop afterwards, or depending on how they build stuff, I can make it myself, and I will be able to cheaper than I would need to get a new PC. I would get a mostly new PC, but the PC was it took. I bought the PC on the Friday of the first week, and it arrived on the Thursday of the next week. So it took roughly a week for it to arrive. And once it arrived, I tried it out. I took it out of the box. I can't show videos not to dox myself, but basically they built the graphics card on the chassis wrong. So the graphic card was like completely disconnected from the motherboard and was on like a 45-degree angle off where it was supposed to be, to the point where you could put the entire finger between like the left side of the graphics card and the inner part of the like CPU chassis. And sorry if I am not saying this the right way, because I am really bad with words, especially when explaining myself in English. But yeah, it came out. It is as if one part of the motherboard was not screwed correctly, I guess, a better way to say it. And that was the first problem. The second problem is that because of the way that the graphics card was connected, part of the chassis was covering the video connections. So even if the graphics card was positioned correctly, I would not be able to connect the cables all the way into the graphics card, which, you know, would cause another slew of problems. And I dropped my fidget spinner. Hold on. What the? Huh. That's... Okay, I found it. Give me a moment. I just have to... crouch. I'm okay. Sorry, fell under the table. I got my fidget spinner back. I need something to keep my hands occupied, or else I cannot think. Where was I? Right, so I could not connect the cable all the way and all that. And, you know, I think if I took it for... Ow! Thank you, Rat. That was very helpful. I did need some healing after this. But, yeah, I think I could take the PC to a repair shop, and they probably would be able to repair it completely. But if you buy something new and it already arrives with problems, then you can't really trust them to not fuck up something else. You know what I'm saying? So like, okay, they fucked up how they built the graphic card. But how will I know then if they didn't fuck up anything else? If they didn't like damage the motherboard, or if they damaged like the PCI Express thing on the motherboard, right? Exactly. So like, could I take it to a repair shop? And even when I talked back with the store, they said that they could cover half of the cost of a repair shop, which like, okay, thank you, but no. Why would you cover half of the cost of a repair shop if you fucked up here? But no. But yeah, could I get it fixed? Probably, but then I can't trust it to not have some problems later on. Or if it wasn't like damaged, if they build it wrong. It's not gonna like work for 10 days and then fail again. So what I did, I sent an email. I returned it to a new PC. Thank you for the hybrid spade. I really been needing it. Yum. Yum. Yeah, I returned to new PC. I traded a few emails with the shop. I'm not sure how it works outside of Brazil, but in Brazil, if you contact the shop and request a return in less than 7 days, even it doesn't matter what the reason is, they are legally obliged to give you, they are legally obligated to give you a return, even like in an equivalent part, in an equivalent like thing that you bought, or with money, whatever you prefer. Brazil is very consumer friendly in a lot of stuff when it comes to like legal rights. When it comes to consumer rights, sorry. So yeah, I contacted them, asked for a few, we traded a few stuff. I returned the new PC. I still haven't gotten my money back, but I will get my money back this week. And what I did instead, I thought, okay, so I live in bumfuck nowhere. There is like, we recently had a McDonald's built for the first time last month. Can you believe that? Our first McDonald's store in 2025. Wow. And yeah, I looked around for nearby shops, and the only shop that was like that had good reviews, that had go to McDonald's. Yeah, the only shop that had good reviews and like had the decent price. There is ghost in the burger. I can't roll my R's tonight. Crazy burger. Has to be from the back of the neck. Ow! Okay, I'll shut up. Okay, got Cyrus. But yeah, I decided to then like take a 2-hour drive to the nearby big city, and I bought a new graphics card. And here's the thing about the new graphics card. I work on IT, and I know a little bit about hardware, but I am mostly a software guy. I have very little like fine motor skills. Thank you, Spade. And I have my fine motor skills are shit. And the chances of me damaging something by trying to like physically build into the computer is very, very high. So, I don't like getting hard. I'm sorry. I'm always hard when you're around, babe. Oh, I like that. If only I could talk like that all the time. If I could talk like that all the time, I could get a fuck by model. I don't think I can. You can. You should. Please. I have to. I gotta try so hard not to go too. I can't go too hard into the bit. I cannot go too hard into the bit. Oh, I know what color-coded wires go to the V. Yeah. Exactly. So, shut up. I'll bite you. Wait, you're into that. I'm not gonna bite you then. So, I took my PC to a repair shop, and I also took it to do some cleaning because it's like I've been using it for almost 4 years, or 4 or 5 years, I don't remember exactly. With only cleaning it like once. So, you know, I took it to do some cleaning. I got it back. It worked for 30 minutes. And then it failed again. And I had, over this, another minor crash out. And this crash out was the funniest to me. Because here's the thing, I like to let my hair grow a little bit before I cut it. So, and it's been a while since I've been like to a barber shop. Wait, how do they call hairdresser? Yes, a hairdresser. I think that's the name. So, I had when I was working on it and my PC crashed again, and I did the same tests. I was hearing the sound from the windows. I disconnected the cables, connected them individually, and they didn't work. I crashed out so hard that my first decision was to leave the house and go get my haircut. I needed a place where I could just like sit down, not talk to anyone, and not move for a while. You know, having someone with like a blade to your neck or next to your head will make you stop and rethink how angry you are. You know, maybe it is anger. Maybe this anger is not valid. Maybe this crash out is not valid. Maybe I should lunge forward when the blade is next to my neck. But I didn't do that. I was a strong boy. I survived to get my haircut. I got back home. And I started troubleshooting again. So remembering I have the main monitor with a DisplayPort, second monitor with a DisplayPort adapter. And I disconnected both of them. Tried my main monitor on all DisplayPort, like on all parts. I tried the DisplayPort on all parts, didn't work. I tried the adapter on all parts and it also didn't work. I tested it individually, nothing. At one point, I turned on the computer. And while it was turning on, I disconnected and connected the main DisplayPort again. And it worked. That's weird. So I connected the second display... with the single main monitor with the DisplayPort, it worked like for an hour. And then I connected the second monitor with the adapter, and it crashed after 10 minutes. At this point I'm like, huh, that's weird. I repeated the test where I turned everything off, disconnected all displays. I connected the adapter one while the computer was booting, and again I had video. And then again it failed after like 20 minutes or so. At this point something is weird, right? I'm thinking either my PSU, my power supply unit, has a problem and it's not supplying enough power for my graphics card, or my motherboard, when it needs to like have more data, it breaks. I don't know exactly. But I disconnected everything. I connected only my main DisplayPort monitor. And I set up some stuff on the BIOS. I updated every driver. I used fucking driver easy. Do you know how desperate you have to be to use driver easy to update your drivers? Because a lot of the drivers don't need to be updated. That's a true thing, especially like custom computers. But mostly like graphics card is the main driver to be updated in BIOS. But other than that, you don't need to update them a lot. So I did them. I updated them on Saturday. I used it on one monitor only. On Saturday of this week, I used it on one monitor only, and it worked. On Sunday, I connected the second monitor through a HDMI cable, and it also worked. So I kept using it like that. And so far I had no crashes. So I guess the solution to my problem is to like not use the DisplayPort adapter? It doesn't really make sense to me that an adapter would crash a graphics card so hard to the point where it would not work even without it, and you will need to restart it multiple times, because this behavior is usually something related, like a power transfer. And it feels weird that a monitor would give like a power feedback strong enough to basically shut off the graphic card for days. Does it make a logic sense? No. But it's working so far, so, you know, what I'm gonna do? A lot of the times, the solution to your problem doesn't make sense, but here we are. We are here, unfortunately. But what matters now is that apparently everything's working. I can get back to streaming. If all goes well, I can do some collabs the rest of the week. And sounds like a PSU issue or a mobile issue. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. So much so that I am thinking of, when I get some money, I'm going to buy a new PSU and a new motherboard. And then if it fails again, I'm gonna replace them instead of replacing everything. The processor, I'm pretty sure it's not a problem, because I have a Ryzen processor that doesn't have a graphics card in it, so like it wouldn't interfere. And also my memories are not a problem, because this behavior makes no sense because of the memory. So we're good. I say we're good. We're working so far. But yeah, this is how we got back of an extremely overrated PSU. Yeah, the one I'm using currently is a 550 bronze. I wanted to get a gold one, but gold ones are very, very expensive here. So if I get a new PSU, I think I'm gonna get like a 600 or 650 stats thing, and keep it here just in case. We have unlimited overhead. Yeah, that is very good thing. It's very good to like plan for overhead for this kind of stuff. It's what I think I'm gonna do. I think one of my goals in 2026 is probably gonna be like to update the rest of my PC. I have 32 gigabytes of memory, DDR4, and I think it is pretty good for what I have, for what I play. So, and I play like on. I still play on Full HD. I don't play on like 14,040. Sorry, 100,440, whatever. I don't know how to say numbers in English. I don't play in 4K, so like it should be fine. My processor is also pretty decent, I think. And so I guess it could be upgraded to Oh hey, it worked! It happens automatically now, amazing. Thank you, Rex. But yeah, I don't know what happened. I think this was just like God giving me its funniest battles. But for now, it's working. If it fails again, I am going to replace my motherboard and my PSU. And if I'm gonna get a stronger PSU. But yeah, now you know why I spent 3 weeks basically without a computer. Me when I take the role of a singing clown. Oh, if I was a singer. Stealing, theft, I love pilfering, I'm a sneaky poacher, I like taking things that do not belong to me. Okay, you little rat. Okay, you little skaven. Spade, we need to play Vermintide if you got it while it was free. We need to kill the rats together. No offense, Retina Cage or Iris. Oh, alright, so this was drawn by me, as you can see from the low quality. And that's my PC on the water. If I had a pool, I would probably throw it in the pool at a rage. But I don't, so that is like an illustration of what I found on the inside. Hardest Skaven fun question ever. Ikit Claw or Tanqual? Hold on. I would say Tanqual. Tanqual is hard as fuck. But I prefer the Great Horned one, also known as Hakobaus from Hololive English Wave 3? No, Wave 2. You don't know what Tokyo is, more of always to its right. Yeah, a quick question. The Skaven, have you played any of the Warhammer RTS games? If yes, is there any you recommend for like a newcomer to RTS? I never been very good at real-time strategy, but I kinda wanna play one of the Warhammer games that I to play with the funnier, you know, factions like I don't know, Skaven, Orcs, or whatever. I heard there's gonna be a new Dawn of War. There's gonna be a Total War. I don't know, like, if any of them is a good point to start. Hi, Morgana. Probably Dawn of War, Dawn of War 2. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at them. Okay, so what have I been doing in these 2 weeks that I played the game? That I couldn't play because of my computer being broken. What? The fuck? Why did it do that? Never mind. Grand statue on top of RTS. I like your funny words. I not understand them. But anyways, I finished God of War Ragnarok. For more seats in RDS. Oh, I can do that. I can play Total War then. I can give them a try. But yeah, I dusted off my old PS4. And I picked up a game that I played before and never got to finish, which was God of War Ragnarok. And I have to say, for someone that was kind of a God of War hater before, especially when it comes to the original games, I really like what they did in Ragnarok. I remember a few people were skeptic when they announced the first of the sequel, the first like of the Nordic games, because it was very different from the originals, and I have a strong opinions about the originals. RTS mechanics extremely involved. Well, I can probably give them a try. Did you also finish the DLC? No, I heard that the DLC, like the DLC is Valhalla, right? I didn't finish the DLC because I thought the DLC was like a roguelike mode, wasn't it? Or something like that, where I had to do runs. If it's worth, I will go back to play it at one point. But story-wise, seeing how Kratos evolved throughout the series, it has vital story content. Okay, so I gotta play that. Gotcha. Ares! Boy! I really liked it. The voice actor for Kratos fucking killed it. I recently saw a YouTuber that I really like called Wellons playing the original. The first of the God of War before Ragnarok. And you can see that the voice acting is a little bit stiff, but I think they really nailed it in Ragnarok. Damn. That's kind of considered this is the best part now of God of War. Ooh. Okay. I am putting that on my to-play list. I'm going to play the DLC now. I heard good thing. I really like God of War Ragnarok. I'm not sure where they can go with the story now, because I think Kratos' story is done. Maybe they can make a God of War with Atreus, have him be like older and learn new fighting styles, so he doesn't rely only on the bow. I think there is an opportunity here, and I think if people give the developers the opportunity, I think it will be fine. Assassin's Monster fucking me complains that Jormungand isn't big enough. To be fair, Jormungand, I feel like Jormungand in the I cannot say the name, I'm really sorry. Jormungand in the first God of War before Ragnarok, I think he was much bigger, and like it makes sense when you play the story why he was bigger than how he appears in Ragnarok, right? But yeah, boy is big. Big snack. I really like him. Yeah, God of War Ragnarok good. Another game that I finished during my 3 PC-less weeks was Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And like, fuck man, why does Rex get to have all that? Rex, look, you're a cool guy. You're nice. You're a cool dude. You're a good dude. And I don't know. I think you deserve a happy ending. But like, you can handle that, bro. I'm really sorry. It is not fair that bro ends up with both Pyra and Mitra in separate bodies that don't even need to share anymore? Like, seriously? I forgot to warn spiders. Oops. Well, spiders of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Yeah, the game sure does exist. Honestly, it took me a long while to click with the game. I had to go to Joey to help me learn how the game plays, because I felt very confusing. I think the way... Hold on. I think the way the tutorials are explained... Maybe I just didn't read the tutorials correctly. But I do think there was something about this game. I really liked it. Even though I think the story was a little bit low. If only we could skip 2 and go straight to 3. Really? Do you think, Karen, do you think that 2 is the worst of the 3? Because I have never played any other Xenoblade games, right? I got 2, and I got 2 as a gift actually. And now I finished it, and I want to go back and play the first one. So, by far, interesting. You know, overall I kinda like the combat and the story in 2. There is one thing though that really drags down the game for me, which is the gacha element. It is... I think it's less the gacha itself, and the fact that once you bond a blade with someone, you cannot switch to any of your other party members. And like, sure, there is a reason for that in the plot. I understand that completely. But, sorry, give me a moment, Morgana. Give me a moment. Okay, I'm coming back. Hold on. Okay, I'm here. Sorry about that. My Cat decided that the food that I gave her before stream wasn't good enough, so she was eating the cables. Cat things. It is what it is. Oh. The moment. I read it first without seeing the XC guy, so I thought it was me first. God. No, welcome back, thank you. The fuck boy is back. Don't call me a fuck boy when Rex is right here. Rex, shoe-wise. I mean, technically, I know that technically is 1, right? But like, technically 3 because of... Wait, hold on. If Mitra... Okay, heavy Xenoblade Chronicles spoilers. I am right here. Rex, don't worry. We're talking about another Rex. We're talking about a second. Incredibly lucky Rex I want to beat to death. So, if Mitra and Pyra are separate now, does that mean that they need to like fusion dance like Goku and Vegeta to make Numa? Rex is the fuckboy, Rex is the chat polycure participant. Someone that never played games with fucks, right? I mean, I don't know. Bro is like shonen protagonist number 500,000 and the women love him? He pulls out the 2 baddest bitches in the game and the cat girl, and I don't know how he does that. Luckily, he like, at the very least, when you're playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3, after I play Xenoblade Chronicles 1. Yeah, I want to play Xenoblade Chronicles 1. He fumbles Nia, exactly. The one thing that gives me hope is that he fumbled Nia, and God, that scene was so fucking funny. Nia opening her heart to him, and him saying, "I love you," stopping for like 5 seconds, and then continuing, "I love all of you guys." Oh my God, that is so fucking funny. Rex, I love you. You are my friend, but brother, you cannot handle all that, okay? I was saying something so bad when I spoil 3. I will try to play 3 as fast as I can. At least get to 3 as fast as I can. How long is 1? Is 1 longer than 2? I might play 1 on stream. Literally confesses. Exactly! Oh my God. Bro, Nia is... I don't know. I still think that Bridget is the biggest, like the baddest bitch in the game. I am sorry, but Bridget design triggers my brain in ways that I cannot explain how. But Mia for me is like a very close second, and God. Fumbler of the century, Rex. And he still manages to put 2 of them. Just say he wanted to step on you. I am not. Okay, one day to win. I felt the bathtub lesbian. It's so funny. I got the bathtub lesbian completely blind. I saw that it was like that very expensive car in I think it's Gormott. The second Titan, the second area. And I saw that and I thought, I really want that. I want to see how that is. And then I played it, and then I like spent days farming to get that. I thought it was gonna be a badass like blade, and then it's my little lesbian mermaid on a bathtub that gives you a gun. And I thought people were kidding about the lesbian part, but no, she has a heart-to-heart where she straight up says, that she wants to conquer the girls. And I gotta say, perfect timing. Yeah, that is indeed peak Blade. I do have one. That was a great timing, yeah. Again, like I was saying before, I do have a problem. Did it echo? What the fuck? How did the GIF echo? No, never mind. But yeah, I don't like the gacha. Less the gacha itself and more that the blade is stuck with the driver, even if the driver is not a nice match. I had a lot of like cool blades. I think echo over the crunchy. True. I ended up having a lot of cool blades that I never got to use because they ended up in the wrong person. Like, healer blade in Morag wasn't very good. I had like a couple of things on Nia, which also weren't very good. At least Rex later could make some use of them, but I don't know, still doesn't feel right. I know that the first Xenoblade doesn't have a gacha system like that. The second one, based on words and people. So, blades, spoiling as little as possible, blades are people. You know, wait, I know the perfect way to explain it, and I am really sorry for the people that may disagree with me. But Rex, have you seen Steven Universe? They are stands with hormones. Exactly. Yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it. Basically, they have like crystal cores that you can bond with yourself. They are beings that are immortal, quote unquote. When they die, they go back to crystal cores, kind of like a gem from Steven Universe. And then you can bond that crystal core with a human, and then the human becomes the driver and the blade becomes like a fighter for them. Kind of like a stand, yeah, but they have a physical body. I think a stand is a very good comparison. Sorry for all the questions, I don't know anything but seriously like the Rex. That Rex fucks, and I'm really feeling it. Yeah, apparently there is a character at the end of Xenoblade 2 that is also important in Xenoblade Chronicles 1. And I want to play 1 and then I want to play 3. I think I want to play 1 by myself. No, actually, the problem is that these games are very, very long. So playing them on stream is going to be a problem. But I'll see what I can do. I think at least for a while I'm going to have like Fridays free. So I might start doing more Friday streams. Or maybe Saturday streams. There are 2 long games that I want to play. I want to play Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 3. And I want to play Limb's Company until like Canto 9. So we'll see next week. We'll see how it goes. And also to play Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is exclusive to the Switch. So to play it, I'm gonna have to... We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna have to plan around, I'm gonna have to test a few stuff. But we'll see. It was better played off stream. Really? Huh, okay. No problem. I guess it would make sense, would make like legal sense too, if I played like the first one on stream, completely skip the second one for watchers, and then skip to 3. I think that would be confusing, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play 1 off stream then. I'll also be able to like advance much faster in 1. Axe a great stream game though. Yeah, Axis I want with robots, right? Axis wanted to have to, I want to play too. But I want to play on these 3 Chronicles too because I heard great things about the Chronicles series, the Xenoblade Chronicles as a series. Also, I did a little bit of practicing my art. I still refuse to call it art. It's still just like doodles, I guess. Not that doodles aren't art. It's just that it's still not anywhere where I wish I was for the. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I think there's still a lot of improvement to be made. But yeah, it's been almost 1 year of me since I started drawing. I've been trying to focus on the fundamentals because I am a very slow learner and I have a really hard time learning stuff by myself, I think. So I am trying to get the basics down, like line accuracy and curves and perspective, drawing with cubes and all that. And then eventually I can go to construction where I can like build a body with cubes. Then to the point where I can actually draw. But yeah. Here be do be drawings. Keep it up. Thank you. Yeah, I plan to. It does feel kind of painful when try to do stuff and doesn't work, as we have to do the same line over and over because you don't get it to the right you want it to. But I guess it's part of it. You have improved. Thank you. I look at it and unfortunately I don't see much improvement, especially when I look at how other people that draw for around the same as me do. And I'm not really happy where I am right now, but the only way to get better is to like keep doing it. So not many choices here. Except keep doing that. I'm gonna keep doing the exercise. I'm gonna keep trying to draw cubes and drawing perspective, trying to see if I can copy art that I find cool. And we'll see. Maybe one day. I want to get to digital painting one day. There is an artist on Blue Sky and Twitter called Tom TC, and they make such beautiful paintings. I kind of want to paint like that someday, but that's for the future. For now, just try to get the basics down, and then we'll see where we go from there. Yeah, here's the art. Here's the practicing that I did. Yay? Question mark. Right, so 3 weeks, lots of time, a lot of things happen in 3 weeks, right? And before I had the PC crash, there was a lot of talk about like Vtuber awards and other awards shows. So I wonder what happened during this week in the Vtuber world. Surely, like a lot of good stuff happened with like zero drama whatsoever. Sorry, hold on. So, my notes say that nothing happened in the Vtuber awards, in the streamer awards. Huh. Okay, that's. Yeah, surely that's like nothing bad happened during this week, right? Surely the streamer world, the Vtuber world, can stay like 3 weeks without drama, right? Yeah, I choose to believe that. I choose to believe that everything went fine, nothing bad happened. Always okay. Everything is right in the world. Ah, pain. Did you survive the troll strike to the house of the sky that the crowd born VTubers? I guess since I had no internet, Skynet didn't know I was a VTuber. Wow. Wow. I survived thanks to that. Amazing. Yeah, the real talk though. I wish nothing happened. People are dumb. Yeah. Thank you for the hydrate. I don't want to get into the drama. Because I want people to come to my stream to relax. And not to relax or laugh, and not to, like, hear how stupid some people are and drama in the community, whatever. So I usually try not to address these more serious topics on stream. But yeah, shit's stupid. People do be dumb. Do be dumb. Yeah, but let's move on. We have other stuff. We had another event. Another very important event. That was the Game Awards, the Video Game Awards. I almost called it the Vtuber Game Awards. Which, you know, was very, very hyped this year. There was a lot of, before I lost internet, there were a lot of rumors regarding like Half-Life 3, regarding the statue that was announced, regarding... Oh! The headpad removes the... Interesting. I did not know that. Live and learn, like Sonic says. So yeah, lots of hype. People were thinking that the last, that the last review in the Video Game Awards was gonna be Half-Life 3, and I'm sure that we had a lot of good. Wait, again? Okay, this time I am just memeing. The Video Game Awards was... I'm gonna be honest with you. There were some questionable decisions. But overall, I really liked it. There are a lot of cool games announced. Mega Man, Control 2, Ace Combat. Ace Combat 8 is probably what got me hyped the most. Ace Combat is such a fun series. For people that like Ace Combat, I really recommend Project Wingman while you wait for Ace Combat 8. Such a good game. Amazing. Yeah. It was overall very good, except for a few weird decisions. I am not sure. I think Clair Obscur, like, deserved a lot of its awards. I don't know a lot about them. I don't know about, like... I don't know if I agree with art direction, but this is what it is. I'm not, like, gonna be angry about it or whatever. I have no horse in this race. I have no woman in this race. Yuma Musume won Best Mobile Game Awards over Genshin and Wuwa. Suck my gacha ass. Yeah, good. It was overall a fun event, I think. Only saw the announcements for the next day, even Total Warhammer 40k. See, Total Warhammer 40k is what gets me... What gets me to want me to play more RTS, because it looks very cool. The fuck you talking about art direction? I will not elaborate any further. Winners are winners. I'm not like... I have a full-time job. I work 9 hours a day. I don't have... I have more stuff to worry about in the Game Awards. I'm not gonna get angry about it. Like... Now, some people take this way too seriously. But yeah, Clair Obscur was Game of the Year 100%. I honestly think that I had more fun playing Silk Song, but when it comes to Game of the Year and everything it did, yeah, Clair Obscur, like, won. Completely deserved. It is really funny seeing once again people talk about Year of the French. God. It will be so fucking funny if like next year or like in 2 or 3 years more companies try to copy Clair Obscur, because that's how big companies work, right? One game peaks, then they spend 3 years developing copies of that game and they release like mid. It will be very funny if like 3 or 4 years from now we have games based on the French that are not made by the French just to emulate Clair Obscur. It's gonna be incredibly funny if that happens. God, please. I will laugh so much. France is the Dark Souls effect. Exactly. France is the next Japan. Write it down. At least for like settings. You'll see. Speaking of Dark Souls effect, I was excited for Divinity of the SJ. Yeah, that was kind of a shot in the foot. I think Larian may have become overconfident from the success of Baldur's Gate 3. And I'm gonna be real, Divinity is gonna have a really hard time replicating the success of Baldur's Gate 3, because a lot of the success in Baldur's Gate 3 was from the voice actors and the fact that it was D&D, right? That's something that people know as an RPG, so I don't know. Overall, I don't play for any game's downfall, so I hope at the end of the day, developers keep their job. But then again, with that AI stuff, I don't really believe it. We'll see. I'm not gonna play it either way. The video just was killer. Yeah, okay, that was fun. That was very true. I really liked the Divinity Original Sin 2. That was a really good game. But from what I'm gathering, this new Divinity is not part of the original Sin. It's not the original Divinity. So, I don't know. We'll see. Guess a bigger burden to deal with. Yeah. I am curious. I am going to follow it cautiously. But, I don't know. The AI announcement really like threw a bucket of cold water over the entire thing. I don't know how people will feel about it, but we'll see. I will see how it goes. Right. There's another thing that I need to say that happened while I had no computer and I could not commemorate, which was... Oh, there we go. 500 subscribers on YouTube. I thank you so much, everybody that subscribed, everybody that watches, everybody that lurks, talks in chat, leave likes, or just watch. Or thank you so much. Every single one of you is very important to me. I never thought... I was really not expecting to get like 500 by the end of the year. But... damn! Here we are. Now I need to find a way to commemorate. I need to find a way to commemorate this. I have to think about it. I was first thinking of making a cover or karaoke, but I tried to record myself singing once and it did not end well. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. The important part here is that I want to thank you all for 500 subs and almost 250 on Twitch. That's a lot of people. When you think about it, that's like a huge crowd. Damn. Now I'm a little bit nervous. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you all. if you are watching this and you were part of it, if you were not part of it, know that I am very grateful for every single one of you. Okay? I am very bad at displaying my emotions, especially shows of affection. So, if it doesn't look so big, feel that I am very, very happy. Right, since this was... we are already at the end. Oh my god, now we're already at the end of 2025. I think it's time to talk about the goals. I got 7 nights in a row for Avatar, Ash, and Fire on theaters this Friday. Oh my god. Let's go for the one. Oh, you were on ads! Fuck! Social Ninja doesn't see the ads. I gotta fix this. Alright. Yeah. Thank you all so much. Thank you. I am very grateful. I was not expecting it to reach this year. Hello, Wolf. Thank you for showing up. And it does mean a lot to me. For everybody that like leaves a follow or like or just like watch, it is very important. I never thought I'd get this far, if I have to be honest. And yet, here we are. Thank you all so much. I couldn't do this without you all. Yeah. Yeah, my face is hurting from smiling. Alright. I don't wanna set goals for 2026, but I have a general idea of plans of stuff that I wanna do, right? So for once, I wanna improve my stream setup during this year. I wanna get an actual logo, and I wanna get like I wanna get a logo. It's not a good idea to set goals for 2006. Sorry. I can't believe it. I revealed that I'm a time traveler. Yeah, 2026. That was almost 30 years ago. Shut up. Oh my god, 2006 was almost 20 years ago. Oh, I feel old. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
It's Wabbit season.
Yeah. Just hunt me. You have this rabbit season. You know what? Yeah, after that mistake, just do it. Deserved. But yeah, I wanna improve the stream setup. I wanna get like this screen that you're seeing here. It was all done with like PNGs. And yeah, it was pretty much all done with like PNGs from free stuff that I found on the internet. And the streaming screen, I had one that Vento made for me, which looked very good. I had one that I made that I wanted to like make it look a bit more like a computer screen, make it look like there's like a communicator on the right to make it seem like I'm getting the text messages or whatever. I think that was pretty cool. And I think I want to get like an actual professional looking logo and layouts. Logo, layouts, and all that jazz that you need to stream. I think it's all pretty cool. So I think one of my goals is gonna be to like do this, improve this in general. And also, these emotes that I have right now, they use my old design. I might at one point want to replace them for the new ones, but we're gonna keep this for now because I think they're pretty cool. I think they're pretty cute, so we're gonna keep them. And we'll see, maybe we'll get more slots in the future. And you need art of you and Lily like Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny with the season poster. If I could pay an animator to do that, I would. That would be peak, yeah. Wait, rabbit season and bat season? I guess, yeah. I guess, yeah. I imagine there should be. I think. Yeah, I'm thinking too much about the joke. I do be thinking too much. We're back, dog's out again. No worries, have fun with the doggies. Yeah, another goal that I'm having is that I want to do more events and special streams. I want to do like a week where I play only dinosaur games, for example. I have a lot of them, maybe a week or a month. I think a month would be better. Like a dinosaur month. I want to make more events I do with other people. So I have to think about that. I want to get either a new outfit or I have a few ideas for an updated version of this model that I have using a very similar design. But I don't know. There is one specific artist that I would have in mind if I wanted to like make a redesign. But that artist is like very expensive, way above my pay grade. But we'll see. At the very least, I want to get a new outfit because I think that is pretty cool. I gotta get some new stuff. As much as I like this, I like dressing differently too. Draw more often. Unfortunately, it is a reality of learning how to draw. For some goddamn reason, to learn how to draw, you need to actually draw. Incredible, right? Turns out, I can't just spend like 3 months drawing lines, drawing cubes, and drawing circles if I don't actually draw anything with them. It really makes you think, huh? So I want to do more actual drawings. Maybe we'll try with painting too, but painting I feel like is a lot harder for reasons that I got into already. But painting I think is more it's more reliant. That's the word I wanted. It's more reliant on basic shapes and be able to draw shapes. Yeah, painting is expensive. Yeah, but like I could do like digital painting. If I want to like actually paint in real life, that would be like, yeah, very expensive. But digital painting is obviously cheaper. And I want to get a drawing tablet. Like an iPad or something like that. Where I can... with a screen. Because to me it makes it a lot easier to you know, do stuff. I would like to learn how to paint in real life, but I think to learn how to paint in real life, I would need an actual teacher. And that's gonna be hard. I do traditional video skills, I kind of forgot about digital painting. Yeah, no worries. I have been trying to learn how to draw in digital media. I'm using like a fine line pencil right now. I think digital is like my main goal, mostly because it's easier to keep hidden what I draw and nobody can ever see. Because I'm really ashamed of like how bad I am, and it's a personal stuff. I know that it's like skill issue. You gotta do like 10,000 bad drawings, but till you start getting good ones. and yada yada. I am aware of all that, but I still want to, like, I don't know how to explain it. I feel more comfortable with digital. Just burn the paper. True. But wait, no, if I... But I want to get a cool notebook. So I have... I don't think I ever... Cameron, I'm gonna show you the picture. I have a pretty cool notebook that looks like one of those notebooks that you would find in, like, as a note in a horror setting. Let me see if I can... With like a rope that you tie around it. I think it's pretty cool. And I really, really like it. The only problem I have with it is that this paper not come out. I mean, I can rip it off. That's not the biggest problem. When I draw in traditional media, when I draw in like this book here, I kind of want to save it because it's physical, right? I can grab it in my hands, and it makes me want to like keep it saved. And I think the biggest problem with me in digital media, in like traditional media, is that what I really, really like in art is coloring and shading. And of course that can be done in traditional media. But it is much, much harder to do that in traditional media. At least not without like a lot of color pencils which I don't have. I could buy them, but like, I don't know. I feel more comfortable with digital, but I am doing a lot of sketches in traditional, like I've shown before. So we'll see. I am going to do both of them. Sketches is traditional. Really? That's interesting. What do you think that's easier on traditional? I always thought like that the shading in digital is easier because you can do a lot of playing with the colors and trying out different colors more easily. Something that you can't really do in traditional, right? Once you do something in traditional, it's there, you know? Get yourself a charcoal stick and blading stump. Just work until it looks right at the eye. Huh. That's a good idea, actually. Blending stump. Blending stump. Oh! Wait. This is what these pencils are for? I seen... When I was in high school, I saw a few kids with them. But I never realized what they were for. They're for blending. Oh, that's cool. If you're doing ink, you're kind of fucked. Yeah, I think I am not at the point where I have to worry about that right now. I'm still struggling with just like getting shapes right. Like drawing a line between 2 points is still hard to me because I'm either gonna undershoot, overshoot, or like make the line not end in the second dot somehow. But this is something that I gotta just practice. Yeah, I just gotta draw more, and that's important because if I don't actually draw, I don't think I'm gonna get better. Question? Sure. Ow, ow, ow. I'm getting some water. I already am running out of water. I use... When I have to do like small adjustments, I use my wrist. To draw circles, I use my wrist. Everything else, I try to use either the elbow or the shoulder. I am trying to learn using a site called the Box as a guide. And Box is good, but I'm still in lesson 1. I could not complete lesson 1 yet because it doesn't look good enough. So yeah, I'm still just doing the basics for now. Every once in a while I try to draw something and the result is, well, you saw the result. But it's getting better. It's lower than I wish, but it's getting better, so I just have to keep going. And hope my pencil doesn't run out. Oh. I was using a ballpoint pen before. But the ballpoint pen... ballpoint pen ran out of ink. The most important side out is to abandon shame. Yeah! That is the hardest part for me to learn, I guess. Sometimes, like... Can I go back here? Can I zoom in? Wait, I think I can do better. So, if you can see the rabbit, like, down here... you can see that I didn't draw all the face. I tried to draw the face, and then when I realized the eye was wrong, I just gave up. And that's a problem that I'm having. Is that whenever I'm trying to, like, copy something, and I can only draw by copying, I cannot draw anything from the top of my head. I cannot draw anything from the imagination. If I get something wrong, like I get an eye wrong, or I get an arm wrong, I immediately consider it a fail, and then I lose all motivation to do it. Because it does... It feels a bit... I don't know. Like, failing at the basics is very discouraging. But I am aware that there is no solution to this. You have to practice and you have to learn. So, something I thought looked like shit and pressed that I just have been learning for years. Longer than I had. Yeah. That does seem to be happening very common. They help you figure out inaccuracy. Yeah, my accuracy is like straight up very bad. So I read about ghosting, I read about like practicing. So I spent like 1 month doing nothing but drawing over superimposed lines using my shoulder. And I don't know. I think it helped a bit, but try drawing from the real 3D reference rather than photos. Wait, I heard that recommendation a few times, Karen. Can you explain like why using 3D reference is better than photos? Because like if you're using photos of 3D objects, then you're still gonna have the idea of like the depth, right? Or not? I guess could like there are actually a lot of objects around I could try to draw. Helps your brain internalize the actual perspective better. Huh. That's interesting. You know what? I'm gonna start doing that. Honestly, what interests me the most about because your viewpoint's constantly moving while drawing. Oh, like you're looking away at, but the photo is always from the same angle. Oh, I think I get what you mean. Yeah, I think I understand. I'm gonna do that more then. For practice, what I've been doing is like a basic shape exercises, like drawing cubes and circles and doing lines. And then when I actually want to like draw something, I grab an image that I find cool and I try to draw it. So I might start drawing from, I think I'm gonna start drawing from real life objects then. Get like an Amazon box and try to draw it. Yeah, I can get that. I can get like try to draw a wardrobe or a shoe or whatever. That's a good idea, thank you. I'm gonna start doing that. Admittedly, I have not been drawing a lot from real life. Mostly of what I've been drawing when I'm trying to like draw stuff that I see is just internet images into the shape. So yeah, that's a great idea. Thank you, Lyra. Thank you, Cameron. Gourds are my favorite warm-up for rounder shapes. Oh! Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Actually, I could get a gourd to draw. Yeah, I can try doing that. That can work. I'm gonna start at least once every 2 days or once every day if I can. I had to draw one object that I have around. And then maybe if I find a gourd to sell, I can get one of them. And then I can use it as a reference. Thank you for the tips. I have a problem with rounder shapes. Circles especially are very, very hard to draw. But yeah, I am going to keep going at drawing. I am going to keep drawing. I am going to keep getting better, drawing more, and hopefully by the end of next year I will be better. You know what I should do? I should like get something or a subject, whatever, and draw them at the end of this year, and then compare, and then draw it again next year and see how much I improved. That seems like a good idea. I think I'm gonna draw that. I think I'm gonna think of a subject I can draw. I may or may not be interested in drawing women. We'll see. Complicated-ish? Ah! Can't it be something simple? Can't it be like Can't it be like a so you have good comparison point? Yeah, I guess if I pick something more complex, I will have a better comparison point. Yeah, I'm gonna pick one of my favorite VTubers, and I'm gonna draw them. And then I'm gonna compare it like each year. Yeah, that's good. That's a great idea. Yeah! Okay, now I have a better goal for 2006. 26, fuck. My brain is skipping 20 years. It's painful the first time, but feels good when you redo it. Ugh. I hope you're right, or else the pain is gonna be multiplied. But yeah, I am not going to give up on drawing. It's really funny that the rise of AI and the slop in art, I feel like it's making more people... Of course, a lot of people are a lot of like people that don't care about art is unfortunately using Gen and I a lot. But a lot of people that care about art are starting to try to make their own out of pure spite for the machine. Does that make sense? I don't draw because of AI. The reason I want to draw is because my favorite VTuber of all time, Tsukumo Sana, she was a great artist, and she's a huge inspiration for me. So I sympathize with Gabriel now. Yeah, machine. Machine, stop reading images of me with the piss filter on. But yeah, draw more, draw a subject, maybe a VTuber that I like, and we'll see. We'll see where we go from there. Also, another goal that I want for 2036, another plan. I don't want to say goals because that puts a lot of stress over, a lot of pressure over something that should be fun. Instead, I want to play a TTRPG on stream. So I want to either play something light, like Monster of the Week, or Blaze in the Dark, or even Kane. Kane specifically one that I really want to play, but it feels like very hard to play effectively. And it takes a lot of DMing, so I need to get more experience as a DM first. But we'll see. That is another goal that I have. We're gonna see how it goes. But yeah, this was longer than I expected, actually. I didn't think it would be this long. I thought it would be shorter because I just want to present stuff. But, yeah. God, I love this GIF. I think this is one of my favorite demos. The bye or hi emote. The artist that made this is amazing. Chu, which is the show. Cheu? Cheu is the artist. They made an amazing job with this and the bye one. So cute. But yeah. The stream apparently was a success. We had no crashes, no stumbles related to the machine. The machine spirit has been pleased and we will allow the streams to continue for a while, apparently. So yeah, we are officially back to streaming. There will be no schedule this week because, well, I'm starting midway and I wasn't sure if it was gonna work. But do know this. Next week we're gonna continue Nimbus Company for sure. I wanna play something horror, and I think I have an idea. It's a game called Dead Format, which uses like real life practical effects for some stuff. And yeah, and eventually I wanna play Xenoblade Chronicles 3. People have been hyping up that game for me. I have high expectations for it. Was a fun time. Yeah, it was very fun. Thank you so much. I am very happy to be back. Hope you have a good night. Yeah, you too. I am very happy to have returned after 2,000 years. Ow, my throat hurt from that. Fuck. I am so not used to talking anymore. It's starting to feel my throat dry and hurt. Also, summer might be a reason for that too. But yeah. Ow. Why was that crunchy? That was just a bonk. I will never understand. I will never understand the crunch. But yeah, let me see. Do we raid somebody today? Bone crunch. Wait, Alexi isn't streaming anymore? Aww. Alright, let's go say hi to... Oh, so many choices. Wait. Somebody's playing Yakuza 5 Remastered. Oh, that's a lot of people there. That's intimidating. Nope. Coming. Let's see. Thank you, Rex. Oh, I know. Zeplander is playing Pokemon. Pokemon ZA. How about we raid that? Raid. There we go. Pokemon ZA is... I never played that Pokemon. But I heard good things about it, apparently. And the character designs are very good, so... That's a plus point. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody. I had a great time. Thursday, we're gonna have a stream with Lily. If everything goes well, Saturday... Oh! What the hell happened? I do not understand why it gets crunchy like this. I'm gonna have to look up online. But hello, Flafette, hello! Unfortunately, you arrived as soon as I started the raid. But thank you so much for showing up. I'm really happy to see you here. Yeah, I do need hydration. My throat is very dry. Just drink some water. Thank you. You're so kind. Yeah, the raid is almost going. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for waiting for me and for being here for my return. When you're small, you're kind of afraid that if you like miss a week or two, that you're gonna disappear from the internet. But you all make me very happy. Thank you so much. Have a good night, and as always, I'll see you all next time. Bye. Thank you, Flafette. Thank